demand supply outlook?
Thank you, Matundaji. It's very nice. So, I see if you look at the veg oil prices and especially the cotton oil prices which we were discussing earlier, that cotton oil is now priced at a pretty high level, near to the ground oil in Gujarat markets. Soybean oil is cheaper, sunflower oil is cheaper, palm oil is cheaper. So the highest priced oil today is mustard oil in India, which is about 170 rupees a kg. And then ground oil, which will be about 145 rupees a kg. And 137, 136 rupees a kg. And then the cotton refined oil, 136 rupees a kg. And soybean or refined and palm oil are 130 rupees a kg. 120 rupees a kg. So this is what it is. So I repeat now, 170 rupees a kg mustard oil and 136 rupees a kg ground oil, 136 rupees a kg cotton oil, and 120 rupees a kg your soya refined and palm refined oil, which are now right now. So it reflects because of the off season, the local prices are high of local domestically produced oil, and imported oil prices are lower, and that is creating a right balance in the system now. Looking ahead from now, if you see, I believe international market, if you really see palm oil, crude palm oil is, August shipment is quoted around $11-15, September is quoted around $11-30, October, November, December is quoted around $11-35, and next year January, February, March is quoted around $11-40. So palm oil is on higher side as we go ahead. Soybean oil on the other hand, if you see, which is right now August shipment, soybean oil is quoted around $11.90. September is about $11.75, and October, November, December is about $11.45. So soybean oil is showing declining trend, while palm oil is showing upward trend in the market now. And our local oils will behave according to the off season and the season. So up to Diwali, I think all the Indian local oils are going to remain firm, and the prices can, downside is maximum 2 rupee a kg, 2.5 rupee a kg, but upside is another 5-7 rupee a kg. Indian oil prices can go up. And foreign prices also will remain in the band now. I don't think so in the palm oil, soybean oil also, the market can go down more than 2-2.5 rupee a kg.
We have the stable phase ahead or volatile phase ahead? What do you say?
Muktaji, I think going from now here, it's not going to be very too much volatile. Already we have climbed up pretty good. So from now here onwards, we will be in a range. Unless and until this Indonesia introduces P50, which they are talking about, that they will admixture in biodiesel 50%. So right now they will be 40. So if they are just talking now, but if they become very serious on that in coming months and they go ahead with it, then international market can shoot up and Indian market can also shoot up. So we have to watch that P50.
Right. Now, Priyanji, how do you see cottonseed oil market moving ahead compared to other competing oil like soya oil, sunflower?
To see where the market is going to, I think we should just step back to what has happened over the last few months. So initially, when last year after Diwali, when the new crop started coming in, there was a lot of buying by CCI, because of it there was a lot of availability of seeds for crushing, and at that point of time the palm oil prices were much higher than what cottonseed oil prices were. So we saw that a lot of crushing has happened in the first quarter or 2 quarters of the crop year. So I think going forward now, the next 2 to 3 months, I see that there is not a lot of availability of seeds, there is not a lot of stock of oil, and I think we are looking at a very tight market. Even though we are priced at par to groundnut oil today, I would not be surprised that we again see cottonseed oil going at a more premium than groundnut oil. And looking at the demand supply dynamics, I don't think that is.
So you are saying the tight market of cottonseed oil, right?
Yeah.
So you don't think that because of US tariff 25% that India is the largest exporter of cotton to US. So is there any impact?
There will not be direct
Because
impact
we might have glut here of
No,
cotton.
but then you also export, so you are also exporting bales to different countries, and from there they can again export wherever there is no
But
chance.
are we able to find 30% alternate market?
I will not be able to comment on that because we are not into cotton. But
But I am asking this question because of if we have cotton glut, you don't think we should have cotton seed also available here in much quantity?
maybe going forward in the next year, yes, but till October, November, I don't see a good availability of seeds or oil for that.
Okay. In addition, you were just saying in short term there will be some supply chain, right?
And after October, November, you will start seeing supply coming in, the new crop will be there, then you will see the prices coming down, cooling off, not coming down, but cooling off. Because also I would, like Sandeep Bhai said, I think the overall product of the market, for me personally, is I think we are in a bullish trend and the market will keep going up. So it is more of a buy on dips kind of a market. I don't think that until unless some new macroeconomic factor, which is beyond our control, comes, will affect the market too, will make the market go down. I think the market is only slowly and gradually going to go up.
Okay, fine. Now we will, with rising input cost and huge market uncertainty, how is the industry balancing between affordability and profitability in enable else? How you manage between affordability and profitability?
So, us being a branded player, so the profitability is not a big question. But what happens in the uptrend markets, that it is expected that a bigger player has bigger carry stocks. So, as the market goes up, we expect lesser profitability because it is not easy to digest the price gap. That is, if I see the market rallying 100 rupees per 10 kg, it is going to digest in one and a half month. So if we talk about last month, the market has rallied quite a lot, especially the cotton oil market. So the profitability sees a bit of decline, but it is not a huge concern for us because it is going to digest as the pipelines get relatively empty.
So you will continue to make profit, right?
Yes. So that is your brand aspirational value. So not directly
But
related.
is there any impact on margins?
The margins get a bit thinner in the initial phases and until the pipeline is filled. And when it gets empty, the customers are going to come back. So it doesn't make much of a difference.
Okay. So now, V. Narayanji, you just tell us what's your view on the cotton seed cake market, especially in terms of demand from cattle feed and export segment, and also the impact on DDGS.
Particularly this cotton seed wheat. This season, we have sold at a low of 90,000 per metric ton. It's very interesting. This price behavior is very, very interesting. At least for last 6-7 seasons, the price has not come down below 25,000 per metric ton. And surprisingly,
So what it indicates?
the reason is DDGS.
DDGS.
It is only because of DDGS, the pressure of DDGS. And we have never expected that the price would come below around 19,000. And what happened? The local availability, the scientific processing of cotton seed is happening only in and around Guntur. So the seed availability at this place is very low this year. And that is why in the month of March itself, all the plants were shut down. And when all the plants were shut down, the price has shooted up from 19,000 to 29,000 again. It's like a gambling. It's not like running a manufacturing industry. It doesn't look like
It's gambling.
Yes. From 30,000, it came down to 19,000. Again, from 19,000 to it went up to 29,000.
So who is doing this?
Yeah, it's all, there are two reasons. One is the reason for coming down is DDGS during the season. And once the shortage of material is there, again it has to be done. In spite of, because...
Is there real shortage or artificial shortage?
Pardon?
Is there real shortage or artificial shortage?
No, it is a real shortage. It is a real shortage. Because whatever is the price, as some of the panelists have discussed earlier, whatever is the price, say some 5%, 7%, something like that, they have to use. Because this being a bypass protein, some amount of material has to be used. So because of shortage, again it has to be done. And even now we are fearing, because we are almost nearing the season, and maybe in October also again we get the material. And there is no wonder even if it comes down to 20,000 or 22,000 level. So such a speculative market.
Okay. So you have just said this is very highly speculative market, right? Okay. So now, Mr. Reddy, from southern India perspective, do you think cotton seed arrivals are aligned with the expectation? Do you think the cotton seed and cotton seed cake and oil arrival are aligned with the market expectation?
No. Basically, cotton crop is going down and down every year. Our main Guntur and the Maharashtra people only process cotton seed scientifically. Rest of these two states all are UDK people. UDK people simply they will depend on sentiment and availability. Now, next year also we may face the same problem and a lesser availability to the scientific person.
So you are just saying that there is no alignment between the production and the actual supply coming in the market, right?
Yes, we are facing lack of seed availability
Okay.
and marketability.
Okay, fine. So now, Mr. Mukesh, you just tell us how is cotton seed availability shaping up in Gujarat and surrounding regions this season?
First of all, we should know that our industry is a seasonal industry. We start getting our cotton season, जो कपास होता है, we start getting cotton in the month of October average, or somewhere it is earlier. See, in South we are getting cotton seed now, new cotton seed, or in Haryana we might get in September. But the average season, starting of the season is October. So in the first 3 months up to March, there is a full availability, full-fledged availability of the cotton. So that cotton, that kapas goes to giners, then they recover cotton in the form of bales, and the seeds is the byproduct. Then the millers crush the seeds and supply cotton, raw cotton or washed cotton oil to refiners. We purchase the raw cotton seed oil from the oil millers and giners, and then we refine it and sell it in our brands. So this is our off season. So, and this time, as what Priyam Bhai said, in the first, up to March, so much crushing happened of cotton seed. So nowadays, for cotton seed, much cotton seed is not available for crushing. So many, I think in Gujarat, I think 90% of giners are closed. Very few cotton seed crushing mills are operating, very few cotton seed crushing. See, in Kadi, there will be hardly 1 or 2. In Saurashtra, not more than 10, 15. There are so many, 500 to 700 cotton crushing mills are there, but non-availability of the seeds and not crushing parity is negative nowadays.
So what impact you see of the US tariff on Indian cotton market?
So I think, so that is the cotton bales, and so we are dealing in oils. But
No, that's what I'm asking, because it's byproduct of cotton. So if we are not able to export,
I think, I think giners will be there. I think at this time there is no parity for exporting our cotton bales to any other outside India, because our rates are already higher. We are some 4,000, 5,000 rupees higher than the international parity, more than Brazil or something like that. In the season, the parity we might get, and we will be able to export our cotton. We might be able to export our bales. So if it is not exported, then we will be getting over here or something like that. But the main problem in the cotton seed and oil is, I think, the low rate the cotton millers are getting for their cakes. In the main problem in cotton mills are, there is the oil content is less. They have to sell their cakes. So due to DTGS, they are not getting very good prices. What Mr. Narayana said, it was in the season, it was 30 rupees. In season, it should be lower. It was higher. In the off season, it went down to 20 rupees, around 19 to 20 rupees. Now it is again 29 to 30 rupees. So it's very fluctuating, the type of thing. And the main thing is, if we look for this cottonseed oil prices also, it is quite a higher side. So at this time, what we are facing is very low demand. We are getting a very low demand. I think these last 15 days or a month, there's a very low demand in all the oils, and especially cottonseed oil. So we, as we are all brand people, so margins are okay. But we don't make the targets. The sale is quite down. Around 50% we get the sales.
Expiry prices are up.
Prices are up. So it's very difficult for everyone. But other oils are there, which is cheaper, the sunflower oil, soybean oil. So customers switch over to that oil.
Okay, fine. Now, Sandeep, I think everybody might be interested in the price output and what should be the market behavior in next 2-3 months. So, what's your take? What one should do if anybody trades in cotton and oil? What they should do? They should buy. They should do some fresh buying, or they should wait.
As said by everybody, all the stalwarts here, the cotton oil is priced very high at the moment. 120 rupee a kg is like soybean refined oil and palm oil. Cotton oil is 136 rupee a kg. So that's why demand is slow down. But at the same time, availability of cotton wash oil is also very, very poor. Cotton oil mills are not running, they are not getting seed, they don't get a good value of their cake or DOC because of the DTGS. So everybody is in disparity. So under this disparity and with a low crop of cotton, people are talking about the crop current year will not be more than 300 lakh bales. So with this kind of a crop, we can understand cotton price has to remain high. It's a demand and supply issue. And new crop oil will be only in October. So I think cotton oil prices are not going to go down. That's very clear. It's whatever it is, 136 rupee a kg. Might see a 1-2 rupee fluctuation here and there. So maybe 134 rupee a kg. But 134 and upside can be 140, 145. 144 definitely, but if that B50 of Indonesia happens and the overseas markets for palm oil and soya oil climb up, then cotton oil will climb more. That is quite possible. So downside is 134 rupee a kg, and upside right now, without any much action in international market, 140 rupee a kg. But if there is action in international market, anything is possible. 145, 150, anything is possible.
So fresh buying should be done at this level.
Yeah, consumer to automatically you have to buy. But if somebody who is trading, from trading angle for the cotton seed player, he will have to buy. I think today mustard oil is 170 rupee a kg, 160 rupee a kg, and mustard oil people are buying. And mustard oil is also selling at this price. There is a good demand at this price. So same way for cotton, and people are paying. So that's the best part of it. So I think you are right, Mrityunjay. We can tell the traders that on any dips, buying a cotton oil is a good investment.
You just got the green signal from Sanjay ji, so you can now plan for the buying. But Priyam, do you see any reason you see for price correction?
No.
Not at all.
No.
If government intervenes to do it,
So see, that is something which is beyond the basic demand supply fundamentals. So I am not here to speculate on what the government is going to do, because what they are going to do, even half of the time, most of us and even them also don't know.
Do you think
So
government should
there is
intervene?
nothing that none of us can
Do you think government should intervene?
There should not be a lot of intervention, because if they try to reduce the price by decreasing the duty, then the foreigners are going to increase that price. So eventually you are losing on revenue. So the government should look at revenue, because oil is something which is imported more than 70%. So why to lose on the revenue?
What should be done to bring the price down?
can't do anything to bring the prices down. The international market is going up, it is not in our control. If I or Sandeep by code, we would put it, see, as an industry, the cheaper the oil is, see, I will tell you, as an industry, the cheaper the oil is, the better it is for us, because then our working capital is low. Then the margins are higher, because on lower price of the product, your margins are much higher.
What about our pockets?
No, but your pockets are, I am saying, for the consumer. For consumer, if it is cheaper, there will be higher demand. So it is good for the company. Higher prices are not good for the industry, but it is something that is beyond our control. And the problem is that we've stuck on this mindset that higher prices of oil is something which is getting inflation in the country. There are no other factors which are affecting inflation except for oil prices.
All factors are there,
But
including edible oil.
everyone
Including
is
edible
looking
oil.
at edible oil with such a negative angle.
I want to add one more
I
thing.
think before that, Mrityunjay is always worried about consumers.
Nothing wrong.
So, he knows 99.9% are consumers and 0.01% are consumers.
So, what Vijay is in line with the government.
I'm just asking the question, what should be done?
Actually,
Actually,
what we were discussing is our per capita consumption of oil is in Gujarat is 30 kg per person and average is 20 kg per person. So say a family of 4 persons is 80 kg per annum. It's a very, I think we are very much worried about the inflation. But how much is the food bill of our kitchen?
No,
What-
see, this is nothing.
one more thing, nowadays all youngsters and all we purchase from the online, which is quite costly. We get it in 10 minutes, but we have to pay the
No, what logic you are giving? Sugar industry is giving same logic. Pulses industry is giving same logic. Vegetable industry is giving same logic. So inflation is
the-
all about
Inflation is supposed to happen.
on edible oil.
No, what we should think of the farmers. We are not the farmer. We are not the soil, the thing. If it is affordable and if they get some money, then only there is so. See, we should worry that we are importing 60% of our edible oil. See, and only 40% of edible oil is grown in India. So we should not think that our farmers should be given good price. They should be promoted. They should do. And the thing, for this government is giving good MSP. I'll add on to this. Last year MSP for cotton was 7121 per quintal, and this for 25-26 is 7777 So increase of 500 rupees per quintal. Government has also there. So these are for CCI is making heavy losses. And he said, NAFED is procuring groundnut, mustard, everything in so many states. See, Gujarat, Rajasthan, UP or somewhere. But they are doing very heavy losses, For the
Question is who is making profit?
Encourage.
Question is who is making profit?
Malaysians, Indonesians, Brazilians, Argentinians, Americans, they are making profit. India, irrespective of the price, India is the losing game only. The industry is losing, the crushing industry is losing business, they are losing money, the refining industry is not in good health. Now, fortunately, because of Mehta Sahib's efforts, we have a duty differential which will at least give us a play to at least run our mills or our refineries without making money, but at least without losing money. So the entire concept that the government and everyone thinks that oil mafias are earning a lot of money, we are all losing money, and we are doing seva only for the government and for the customers.
So what should be the win-win formula for the industry, for the consumer, for the farmers?
The high productivity, only the solution.
Right, correct, very
There
right.
is only one solution. I spoke about it before.
Are
also,
you
now
indicating
also.
GM or high yielding variety?
Here, not question of GM and all. Farmer has to get 20 quintals per acre. Then India will be self-reliance. In cotton and cotton seed also, good availability. All industry will be survive. Spinning industry will survive. CCI also won't get any loss. Government also get more margin with increasing export of cotton and yarn also.
Absolutely right. I think he's right.
This is the best.
Productivity increase is the only solution.
So in fact, all the associations should come together in a single platform.
But
To
government
do it.
is
It's a very
only
huge
increasing
task.
MSP. That is not a solution. Increasing the right seedlings, they have to encourage. It may be BT. In the world, Brazil and Australia, they are in 6th stage of GM. We are in India, 1st stage. That too already 18 years or 20 years is over.
No, he's right. We are only the second in the generation of BT. The world has reached 5th and 6th generation of BT. And our government has not allowed the future generation. That's why we are not increasing the productivity. You know, one time the cotton production had shot up to 380, 400 lakh bales, which is now come back to again 300 lakh bales. So this is the problem not now we have. So government is finding easy solutions by increasing MSP, increasing the farmers. But actually on the ground to help them double the productivity is not happening.
So only GM have the solution?
No, GM is part of the solution. GM is not the only solution. If you really want to quantify, GM is 1/3 solution. 2/3 is other things. The practices, the skill, and the water
This
irrigation.
problem is across all oil seeds.
Across the all, everywhere.
Total agriculture, this is the scenario.
Yeah.
Soya, mustard, all you look at the global yields and look at the yields in India, and we are only blaming because they are bigger farm sizes, we are smaller farm sizes. It is not only that, there are hundreds of other reasons. So as a country, we need to improve on the yields, which is the only way that we can be self-reliant, our import bills cut down, the farmer gets more income and we get more indigenous oils to process and to give to customers the Swadeshi oil as Sandeep Bhai has just launched. So why don't we promote Swadeshi oil?
So Atulji can do lots of things because Atulji is the chairman of the Asian Palm Oil Alliance. So are we going in right direction, sir, in palm oil production? Atul sir?
Palm oil to a certain extent, yes. But the trouble is palm oil expansion in northeast is not happening. Whatever is happening in this state. And funnily, this state, though is at the forefront of palm expansion, is doing practically nothing to promote palm brands in this part. So palm will expand for sure, and I'm sure in the next 3 to 4 years, our domestic consumption of palm could reach 1 million tons, which currently is about 350, 3.5 lakh tons or slightly less than 4 lakh. So that is a possibility, but the government's target of 2.5 million tons, I don't think is achievable. But the other thing is you have other low-hanging fruits like expanding mustard. Iska result you get in 3 months. Soya, iska result you get in 100 days. So groundnut 100 days. So those oil seeds also need to be given the right kind of thrust. So otherwise we will continue, and now with the onslaught of DDGS, so how much your edible oil prices can sustain? क्योंकि आज आपका मील का वैल्यू तो बहुत घट गया, तो बैलेंस इज नाउ ऑयल, तो ऑयल हैज टू गो अप, इट कैनॉट रिमेन लो with meal prices being so low.
So DDGS is mainly because basically DDGS is Shakti Kapoor. The villain of this industry.
Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. We have one of the very big palm plantation come integrated complex personality here. Mr. Srinivas Prasad. Is he here still? Mr. Srinivas Prasad is here? He's left. He's got a very integrated complex with palm plantation, palm oil mill, palm oil refinery, solid extraction, biodiesel, everything. He was here yesterday and also today. Now he seems to be there. We could have asked him on how the production in palm oil going to be. And answering your question of the consumer, तो हमारी पॉकेट को क्या होगा? तो पॉकेट for your pocket, you buy 1 tin of cotton refined oil and 1 tin of palm oil, and make an average. So that will give you relief to your pocket.
But let me tell you,
We have been promoting that. Badalते रहिए, स्वस्थ रहिए. You keep rotating your cooking oils. That will be healthy for you.
कैंपेन में बदलते रहिए और स्वस्थ रहिए, मतलब ऑयल चेंज करते रहिए.
बदलते रहिए में आगे लगाना पड़ेगा. बदलते रहिए, पेड़ी का बदल दो. ऑयल बदल के नहीं, वाटर वाला उसमें बदल देगा. वाइट में ना चलेगा.
पर एक बात है,
It is the oil.
संजय जी, एक चीज तय है कि जो ओल्ड प्राइस लेवल्स थे वो अब हिस्ट्री हो गए. अब आपको मान के चलना चाहिए 125 रुपए किलो इज द न्यू नॉर्म. तो 125 का लोगों के गले में उतार दो, तो
नहीं, गले में तो सब उतर गया है लोगों को, लेकिन सरकार के गले नहीं उतरती है। चुनाव आता है तो सरकार से गला पकड़ती है, वो दिक्कत है। तो सरकार नहीं उतारना चाहती है गले में, दिक्कत ये है।
उसका तरीका ये है, अगर बिहार का इलेक्शन है ना, तो बिहार में 2-4 लाख टन आप पीडीएस को दे दो, 10 रुपए किलो, 5 रुपए किलो में, तो इलेक्शन जीत जाओगे। उसके
चुनाव
बाद
में तेल खा के बढ़िया से वोट करो, उसके बाद देखेंगे।
वोट करने के बाद जय गणेश,
तो तेल निकलेगा ही।
जय गणेश।
ठीक बात है।
संदीप जी, मुझे एक एमएसपी वाला जो है, एमएसपी के हिसाब से भी हमारे सब जो भी ऐसे प्लांट्स है, रिफाइनरीज है, सोलर प्लांट्स है, और मिलर्स को भी तो काफी दिक्कत होती है। उस टाइम में हमें माल नहीं मिलता है, उसका भी हम कुछ नहीं, जैसे प्राइस डिफरेंशियल है।
Yes, price difference. Actually, you are right. There are mainly actually ये सब डिबेट हो रहा है। दो ही solution है इसका। एक तो yield बढ़ा, we must get to double the yield of India, like doubling farmers' income, not by MSP, doubling farmers' income by doubling the yield. That should be the slogan. I took a delegation to Brazil last year. Before that, we went to Argentina. Pierre was there, Dr. Mehta was there. The yield, हमारे यहाँ सोयाबीन का yield है 1000 kgs per hectare, वहाँ 3500 kgs per hectare. कॉटन का per hectare linked हमारा प्रोडक्शन है 550 kgs. There it is 14 kgs. So we can, something is PGM, something is to large farms. But India में 50% yield is achievable, increasing. But we are still not very serious about it.
नहीं, on the farms, I think.
And there are some progressive farmers who are already having 2000 kgs yield.
Vijay Sardana was telling in the morning that China, the land holding is practically half of India,
And
but the
double the-
productivity is double.
Yes. So the idea is not because of the large farms and the GM alone. That is 50%. Other 50% still we can achieve. That we need to
और
achieve.
ये MSP
और
का भी
भावांतर
solution-
वाला जो
अरे, जो ये है ना, मुझे लग रहा है कि अभी देखिए गवर्नमेंट एमएसपी से प्रोक्योर करती है, वेयर हाउसेस रखती है, काफी खर्चा होता है, लॉस करके सेल करती है। तो इससे अच्छा तो इसके हाफ की मतलब 25% में भावांतर योजना देके पूरा काम खत्म हो सकता है।
एमएसपी जो बात हम संदीप जी कह रहे थे, ये एमएसपी का भी सॉल्यूशन यही है। अगर आपकी यील्ड ज्यादा है तो फिर गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर इस बात का प्रेशर नहीं होगा कि आपको एमएसपी बिल्कुल करना है, राइट। अगर यील्ड ज्यादा है तो फार्मर को मार्केट प्राइस अगर थोड़ा कम भी मिलेगा क्योंकि यील्ड ज्यादा होगी तो वो वहाँ कंपनसेट होगा।
लेकिन देखिए, अब हम यील्ड ज्यादा करना चाहेंगे, इट्स नॉट अ मिरेकल, वी डोंट करते कोई ऐसी जादू छड़ी तो है नहीं। तो टाइम कितना लगेगा? 10-20 साल तो लग ही जाएंगे। यील्ड बढ़ाने में कोई रातों रात तो नहीं होगा।
रातों रात तो नहीं होगा,
तो यदि आप हम करते
वो एक परमानेंट सॉल्यूशन होगा, परमानेंट सॉल्यूशन
मैं
है।
ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि गवर्नमेंट एमएसपी से पूरा खरीद,
बट वो जो
थोड़ा एक बार हम ट्राई कर सकते
आप जो
हैं।
भावांतर का कह रहे हो, भावांतर अच्छी स्कीम है, नो डाउट, बट भावांतर में बहुत लीकेज है। एमपी का एग्जांपल हमारे सामने है। एमपी में मतलब एमपी ने दोबारा हिम्मत नहीं किया इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने का, क्योंकि वो पहली बार में इतना उसमें गड़बड़ हुआ भावांतर में, सब जानते हैं इस बात को। इसकी बहुत अच्छी है, बात ठीक है, लेकिन उसके लूपहोल्स को कैसे कंट्रोल करेंगे वो एक बड़ा चैलेंज होता है। उसको कर लेंगे तो बहुत अच्छा ऑप्शन होगा, बहुत बढ़िया है।
आप थोड़ा गवर्नमेंट एमएसपी पे 10-20% भावांतर करके एक जैसे गवर्नमेंट भी खरीदता है कुछ भी चीजें एमएसपी से, तो उसमें भी थोड़े बहुत हम लोग व्यापारी हैं, कुछ ना कुछ तो निश्चित करते हैं। तो वो लास्ट में तो आता है सब गवर्नमेंट को लॉसेज ही होता है।
नहीं, वो स्कीम को एक बार एक्सपीरियंस देके उसको रिवाइज करके बनाया जा सकता है, ऐसा सवाल है। लेकिन प्रॉब्लम क्या है, एमएसपी में गवर्नमेंट 10 से 20% खरीदती, भावांतर में 100% देना पड़ेगा, वो प्रॉब्लम है। वो भावांतर में 100% देना पड़ेगा, उसके जो एमएसपी गारंटी का कानून बना सकते वो बना नहीं रहे। आप समझो, थोड़ा सा उसमें फाइनेंशियल एस्पेक्ट है। हाँ, बट आइडियली स्पीकिंग, इकोनॉमिकली स्पीकिंग, वर्ल्ड ओवर में, यूरोप में, अमेरिका में, सब जगह पे प्राइस सपोर्ट स्कीम होती है, उसको भावांतरी बोलते हैं, और सब जगह पे यही स्कीम लगाई जाती है, जिससे मार्केट फ्लो, मार्केट का सिस्टम बराबर चलता है। सीड अपने आप बिकेगा, डीलर उसको क्रश करेगा, एक्सपोर्ट होगा, इंपोर्ट होगा, वो सिस्टम खराब नहीं होती है। अब ये गोडाउन में जाके जाता है, वो सिस्टम पूरी खराब हो जाती है।
नहीं, इसके साथ जो क्या होता है, इंटरनेशनली सारे प्राइसेस आर लिंक्ड टू द एक्सचेंज। इंडिया में एक्सचेंजेस को थोड़ा और डेवलप होना पड़ेगा, और गवर्नमेंट को एक बड़ा दिल रखना पड़ेगा, और एक्सचेंजेस को ऑपरेट करने देना पड़ेगा। तो ये जो भावांतर में गड़बड़ होती है, ये होती है, वो
सब
होती
ठीक
है, वो ऑटोमेटिकली आप उससे लिंक कर दीजिए ना।
बस।
वो जब दूसरा एक और चीज मैं कहूँगा, ये जो अपने लोग सोचते हैं कि नेफेड का और हैफेड का और इन सबका नुकसान हो रहा है, और सीसीआई का, उनका किसी का नुकसान नहीं हो रहा, गवर्नमेंट
हमारा
का
नुकसान
कोई,
है।
वो हमारा अपना नुकसान हो रहा है। हम लोग खुद ही टैक्सेशन क्या हो गया, 42-43% हो गया अपना टैक्स, और ये GST FST लगा रहे तो मैं क्या 70% टैक्स दे रहे हैं हम लोग।
बिल्कुल ठीक बात है। अब हम लास्ट राउंड में हैं और मुझे लगता है कि जितने लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं सब टारगेट जानने के लिए बहुत इंटरेस्टेड है, क्योंकि प्राइस टारगेट क्या होगा, क्योंकि जो लोग गवर्नमेंट सी ऑयल में इंटरेस्टेड है या तेल में इंटरेस्टेड है, तो प्राइस के बारे में इंटरेस्टेड हो जाना। आपका टेक सर इस साल के आखिर तक, मतलब इस साल दिसंबर तक कॉटन सीड ऑयल और कॉटन सीड ऑयल के का प्राइस टारगेट क्या है आपके?
So for oil, when we comment about any pricing, I think we should talk about spreads.
रेंज
So क्योंकि last time जब pricing indicate किया था फिर गवर्नमेंट ने ड्यूटी घटा दी तो साल में एक ड्यूटी का मूवमेंट रहता है. So the spread between
10% ड्यूटी का मार्जिन लेके आओ
तो फिर बताने की बात नहीं है. Yes. So cotton wash oil will be around 1225 in the peak season, given the current duty structure and the bullish nature of the market. So we recently attended IVPA. Everyone is so bullish कि 2026 तक घोड़े दौड़ाते रहो. So 1225 we are looking at a bottom, and in the off season we can see prices going up to 1400. So the spread between palm soya and cotton wash oil will be around 50 rupees per 10 kg in the peak crop season, and in the off season we can see up to 150 to 200 rupees per 10 kg premium of cotton oil above the palm soya spread.
What's your view on price?
As far as cotton seed is concerned, cotton seed oil is concerned, cotton seed oil is concerned, my opinion is that in the next 3 months, upward movement is going to be very, very strong. It's very restrictive. I think it's not going to go up in the next 3 months. But downward, this thing is going to be about 5%. 5% of the existing prices. I think that is the lowest, that's what I think.
मैंने तो आपको रखा था कॉटन रिफाइंड ऑयल में डिफाइन कर रहा हूँ, जैसे कॉटन सीड रिफाइंड ऑयल का अभी रेट है 136 रुपये किलो, तो बोला डाउन साइड 134 रुपये किलो है, अप साइड 140 रुपये किलो है. बट अभी इंटरनेशनल ने B50 में कुछ कर दिया, अगले 2 महीने में कुछ करे तो फिर 140 का फिर 145-50 भी हो सकता है, क्योंकि इंपोर्टेड ऑयल भी $100 $150 बढ़ जाएगा यदि वो हुआ तो. पर उसको अलग रख दो आप, तो जो भी 136 रुपया कॉटन रिफाइंड ऑयल का रेट है वो नीचे में 134, ऊपर में 140.
134, 140, ये दो रेंज नीचे और ऊपर के. आपका टेक सर on price?
I think on the lower side, I will agree with Sandeep bhai. 134 is a reasonable price till Diwali. Or upside में if we looking at anywhere between 140 to 142 is something which is going to happen. There is no two ways about it, because we procure so much oil. I understand from the market how much we are getting. When the next 2 months are going to be very, very, very dry. I think I got to know about the situation in May, how difficult it is going to be, and we can now easily feel it. Now the overall India's production in today's time is 800 tons per day of cotton oil, cotton wash oil. Just to give you perspective, the demand is at least 1,000 tons per day, at least. And if you look at the Diwali demand or your festive demand coming in August, Gujarat में September में नवरात्रि वो सब रहेगा, October again Diwali demand will come. So looking at that, 800 tons per day is not going to serve. We are going into a deficit every day, and I don't know 800 is going to continue for the next 1 month also or not. It is only going to go down.
But if Indonesia are not able to fulfill the B50 mandate in the next 2-3 months,
So if after October, November, you will see prices pull down, go back to 1275, 1300, to 1275 to 1300 levels after Diwali. Provided, and this is on the basis of my view on veg oil complex as in general, it is going to be a little bullish. So we are looking at palm and soya at least 4 to 5 rupees higher than what it is right now. So compared to that, then 130, 1275 to 1300 is not a bad price for cotton during peak season. And going forward, I will not be able to comment beyond December, January.
Right. What's your take, Mukesh, on price for next 3-4 months?
See, up to Diwali is up to this August, September, October is a demand season, demanding season. You know, all festivals are there. Diwali and Navratri and Ganpati is also there. I think the 134 bottom refined is okay, and 140 to 142 bottom refined. And after Diwali also we'll be getting new crop and all, but we won't be able to take it down lesser than 130. I think that is 130 rupees. Cotton refinery is okay, reasonable.
अगर 130 आए तो लेना चाहिए.
Yeah, 130. Oh, it's a
मिल जाए तो good buy, right?
130.
Go sir. You take around price.
It reaches more than 140, customer will ship. More than ship,
Which one?
sunflower, palm oil. Here you have a bad situation. The material is not there.
Will come down.
Once rates are increasing, demand will go down.
So you don't see beyond 140, right?
Even could be here and there.
Approx 140. Right?
This is full dry area now, no raw material available in October. Once October, if papers, media announce good crop, rate will fall down 1 month before or 15 days before.
Okay. Anybody want to comment on cotton?
Yeah, I'll comment.
Yes, sir.
Everybody here on the dais is generally bullish. And what we've learned over the years is when everybody is bullish, run for cover. When everybody is bullish, so my take is we are only talking in terms of the availability. What we are not talking of is the real demand and the demand headwinds. What we are seeing, and I am seeing it across a lot of commodities, including sugar, headwinds in demand are very strong. And this is exactly what we are seeing in edible oil also. क्योंकि आज सुबह से सब बात कर रहे हैं कि पिछले 15, 20, 25 दिनों में डिमांड इज हेडविंड्स बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो बाजार भाग जाए थोड़ा मेरे को क्वेश्चन मार्क लगता है. बट यू नेवर नो विद अंकल ट्रम्प इन द हॉट सीट क्या कर देगा दुनिया को मालूम नहीं.
Anybody want to speak on cake price? Okay.
The futures which is done on the NCDEX is the cocoa, which is cotton cake, not DOC. So cotton cake, I think it is around 3200 right now, and for the August and 3300 for September. So what I learned from people is that is not going to go below 3100 despite whatever it is, BTGS and all that. And because it's off season, the crop is less, everything is there, it might go up to 34. It could be possible. So 31 to 34 will be the range for the NCDEX cocoa contract. As far as the DOC is concerned, we know.
Taking into account the kind of crop size this year, DOC prices may not go below 25,000 per metric ton. Not like next 3 months. Yes, next 3 months. Yeah, I think the bottom for this year is going to be 25,000. Up to December. Up to 15th October, I think it's going to stay about 29,000. Not below that.
Anyone want to ask question for price and all? No. Everybody is satisfied. Yes, please.
to ask two people about cotton export to USA. This cotton bowl is chilled as wheat and seed. Seed will become a oil seed product, which we have to take a common ride with soya, sunflower. It will become oil seed. Even cotton sold at 50 to 60,000, 70,000 dollars. Cotton seed won't fluctuate. Whether export is there or not to USA or any other countries, it is immaterial for cotton seed.
In the event of this biofuel policies that we are having, it is looking like it is going to sustain for quite long of time, right? We are very bullish.
American biofuel policy you're talking about? Or globally, all countries, Brazil, Indonesia.
Exactly. So in this term and in this way, what is happening is we are not talking about surplus which is happening in terms of meals and the protein availability in India as well. Because of this ethanol policies, the DDGS become the brother of all those meal sector, and we have to co-live with it. That is for sure, and which is the new normal now. We also have to think about what is the outlet of this excessive meals that we are having right now. Right? In terms of this, since we are talking about the cattle feed industry is so large, the DDGS is becoming a filler of this, right? Still we are talking about the prices going high. Don't we think that we should also think about the outlet of meal whereby we could export the cake or something else which could give some relief to the industry as well, because as of today, what we are seeing, the margin is shrinking. Why the margin is shrinking? Because the one of the product, because 65 to 70% that you would be getting is in the form of meal or cake, right? In terms of cotton seed, we talk about, which essentially means in terms of oil share, we are okay because the overall basket price has gone up right now because of this we are getting the high oil share. But going forward, if this trend doesn't continue, what would happen to our meal surplus?
This is a global problem. DDGS is not an India issue. It is a global issue. It is an issue in US, it is an issue in Brazil, it is an issue everywhere. Everywhere the oil mills, everybody who is a processor from oil seed into an oil mill is in trouble. Because as he rightly described, if you used to see in the film, and there was a villain called Shakti Kapoor. So, Mrityunjay Jha said DDGS is like a Shakti Kapoor to the oil seed processing industry.
But Sandeep, it is a family now.
So, but you are right. Now we have to co-live with it, like you have to live with your mother-in-law.
Where to find Shraddha Kapoor?
No. So as you have to live with the mother-in-law, you have to live with DDGS. So, I mean to say that's the position. So there is no escape now. This is a transition period, whereby we are finding it everything is looking in the blind, Sudden DDGS, price collapse, everything will settle down in, let's say, 1 more year. And automatically the things will get priced and market will behave on its own and you will have an opportunity. It's a transition period, that's why pain is more. But just wait for another 6 months or a year, everything will settle down. DDGS also will sell, your oil mill also will sell, price will be lower. But the way out will come automatically. Only thing is government's role into this is, Atulji and we were discussing that, government has to balance in India that how much corn they want to put it for ethanol. That balancing government has to do by promoting industry of ethanol from corn, which is the casualty or direct damage is oilseed industry, oilseed crushing industry. So government will have to find out.
Even the petroleum industry, because those poor guys for the same product are paying 7 or 8 rupees higher.
Yeah.
In fact, this corn beyond a point is not helping anyone. It is not helping the actual consumer. It is not helping the total oilseed industry. and it is troubling the sugar sector as well.
It is paining the sugar industry also. The chairman of sugar industry company is also saying that because the price which petroleum companies pay for ethanol from sugar is 10 rupees lower than ethanol from corn. So that's why the pain is there also. So there are a lot of pain points. So I think it will take 6 months or a year and things will settle down. I think collaterally sometime what happens is if the prices come lower of the meals, then demand also spurs. Maybe the compound feed industry, cattle feed industry in India will really grow in a big way because the raw material prices have come down.
I feel that soya meal exports from India may again become relevant. With the prices coming down,
Yes.
it's quite possible that Indian soybean meal in the international market might become more relevant.
मतलब कुल मिला के कि DDGS जो रहता है वो सबका काम खराब कर रहा है, चाहे वो शुगर हो चाहे ऑयल हो। मतलब DDGS शक्ति कपूर तो है ही, उसके बारे में शेयर भी आप कह सकते हैं अगर आप सब हिंदी समझते होंगे। DDGS के लिए शेयर यूज हो सकता है कि ना दामन पे शीट ना खंजर पे दाग, तुम कत्ल किए हो या करामात किए हो। DDGS यही कर रहा है ना, सबको परेशान करके खुश है। Thank you very much. Thank you.
I want to add one more thing. I think we are at very interesting crossroads. So because इससे पहले जब मैं मंत्रालय में काम कर रही थी और हम लोग पॉलिसीज पे वर्क करते थे, तो मेरा एक सवाल होता था सर से कि सर इंडस्ट्री का क्या? तो उस टाइम पे उन्होंने एक स्टेटमेंट बोली थी कि रस्सी को उतना डालो कि जब हम चाहें उसे कस सकें और जब चाहें उसे ढीला छोड़ सकें। और अभी जब मैं यहाँ पे आप लोगों की बात सुन रही हूँ तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि यार सरकार को तो कुछ आता ही नहीं है। तो कहीं ना कहीं you guys share a very interesting, like public-private relationship is very interesting. And इसमें कहीं ना कहीं I agree with मृत्युंजय सर कि consumer थोड़ा तो पिसता है सर, थोड़ा तो पिसता है consumer. So So with that, we conclude this session, and I would like to invite forward Shri Mrityunjay Kumar to present the mementos to our panelists. Here we have with us Shri Priyam Patel. So with that.